taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, let's chat about Florida. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
Grabbed in the middle. It's fair. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Unleashes one. Working on the right. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Thornton. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Running room in the middle. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throwing catch, and he's down at the 5.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Second and goal for this offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Might be calling a hot route. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football trap.
Sneak gets it done. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Parkinson. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but...
Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this game.
The ball back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw, it's Thornton. Unloads it downfield. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they can become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Snagged out of the air. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Lets it fly on the move. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
That is not good news for this offense, guys. I mean, the defense only brought 3 on that play, and they were still able to get after the quarterback. This O-line has got to play better.
On the move. He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Trying to do it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
This offense choose to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Gators sending the offense back to work. And he put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Throws to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Gators!
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Thornton. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Looking downfield on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Under fire. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. Memphis now operating in the red zone. Going to the run, it's Pratt. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Military stun. Right back to it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Tigers! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. It's a much-needed life for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. North Texas is going to walk off the field there in Denton with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for a man. It's Thornton. Caught over the middle. It's Ware. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
And a nice play by the defense. Third and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
They booted away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, its sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David, they've got to be able to put something together, score some points, and build confidence.
Yeah, it's not panic time, but you do want to build that confidence and find something that you can do well to start to build on. I think this offense is starting to figure themselves out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Turning it on! And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Pratt. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. On the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's take a minute here to talk a little Memphis. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. He's got his man across the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
DB's right up on the receivers. From the gun. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Really nice job of awareness on first down that time by the defender. He sees it thrown, he's able to knock it down for the incompletion.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Barkowski. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. He'll try to tack on one more.
You talk to any quarterback, Jesse, and they love finding the big tight end. Hard to overthrow the big fellows with the big reach, the nice mitts, nice catch by the tight end.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for a man. It's Thornton. Under fire. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Out across the 30 mark. Down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. He lets one fly deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Working that left side now. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Makes the grab. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
And the Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Thornton. Quickly complete. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Going over the top. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And that's not a surprise for this offense, man. They continue to find him. He's made those big plays. He's put some touchdowns on the board. He's been the big play guy in this offense. And I don't think I'd stop either. We're still getting started in this football game, and they're going to see more of those deep shots to him.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Right on target this time. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. From the gun. Give on the inside. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From their own 18-yard line, it's 1st down. Defense playing a bail technique, finding open areas. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets to the 23. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Memphis. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point, but no problem. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with an electrifying 77-yard touchdown run. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's Thornton. Grabbed over the middle, it's Lanier. Quick step and go. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He might want another play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the heat. Slings it downfield. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will kick it away to start the second half. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Sometimes you dial up the right place, sometimes you get the right penalty. Either way, it's a third down conversion for this offense. The offense set for a first down play. Wants to go up top on first down. Punts it out of the air. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his tight end. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him to force him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Going to swing it on second down. Makes the grab. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Using his feet. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Memphis. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Duke is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 17 to UTEP. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that That's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting them on the ground.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. They knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Dropping back, it's Thornton. Fires to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for the Sox. Second interception in as many drives. This quarterback has got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Motion from the wide receiver. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this third and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
Well, we know the defensive coordinator's been harping on his guys about this. Earlier in the game, this quarterback was killing him with his scrambling ability and his ability to take off. That time, though, nice adjustment by the defense. It was almost as if they were...
Got some room in into the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. Makes a move. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd. He's going to run it. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the neck.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Sends it back in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. To the ground with the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Off the RPO, complete. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. We've reached the break, and Memphis is holding on to the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a third down play. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns. A 21-point cushion in the fourth. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Pulls it in. It's Ware. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Gators are in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Looking deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep game.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Great place to start for this offense. Leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
This offense is in no hurry, right? Control the clock is priority number 1. I'm going to run the football. I got the lead. I already got great field position, but I'm not interested in scoring right away. I got to make sure I watch that play clock tick down, maximize those seconds, and keep being physical with the run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Slithers into space. There he goes. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Memphis.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
21.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Memphis can get it in the end zone. Quarterback takes a knee.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one